This video is sponsored by all you guys out there on Patreon and PayPal. It's because of you guys that I can continue doing what I do here on this channel. It's also brought to you by today's featured shirts, protecting and serving the crap out of you. And hey cops, are you serving and protecting or harassing and collecting? This video topic was suggested by Paul Capicosa over there in Australia. I hope I said that right, Paul. Sorry if I butchered your name. I really appreciate the suggestion. If you guys get something positive out of this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with everybody you know. In my research on man's inhumanity to man, I've run across this kind of thing before, but this is an in-your-face, blatant example of what happens to an individual who lets power and authority go to his head. It's a demonstration of one of our fellow human beings putting his humanity, his empathy, his compassion on a shelf and virtually ruining the life of another fellow human being. Here's the first clip.
One of the things that we do is we ask people to blow through this thing, okay?
Caitlin Ebner crossed the line and got pulled over on her way home from work.
Blow real hard and blow until I ask you to stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You can stop.
She wasn't drinking and all the tests for alcohol came up empty.
When's the last time you smoked marijuana?
Oh, I don't do that. I can give you a drug test right now.
You don't smoke marijuana?
I do not,
okay.
No.
All right, well, you're showing me indicators that you have been smoking marijuana, okay?
So because I say you've been smoking marijuana, you've been smoking marijuana.
I didn't realize that you could get arrested for something that you didn't do until it happened to me.
Right, watch your wrist for me. I don't want to pinch
You
it.
for marijuana?
No, ma'am, not possession unless I find it in your car. I believe that you're impaired by the marijuana that you've smoked.
What do you think would happen if the roles were reversed and you pulled this cop over for something a little more objective like excessive speed in a slow speed zone? I'll tell you exactly what happens because I've done that very thing. I recorded this cop right here going in excess of 55 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour known speed trap zone. Matter of fact, I've gotten a ticket myself on this very road that you see right here going just 7 miles an hour over the speed limit. While I was recording this, the cop hypocritically pulls a guy over for doing the very same thing that I recorded the cop himself doing. So as he had his victim pulled over, I immediately confronted the costume-wearing human about him violating his own law. Here's what happened.
Hey, officers, just wanted to let you know you were speeding back there in that 35 mile per hour zone.
Okay, you have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you're doing 50, but...
I'm trying to conduct a traffic stop. If you don't leave, I'm going to arrest you for obstruction.
Well, I just want to let you know you're doing 50 and a 35.
You leave or I'm going to arrest you for obstruction. Okay?
So the axe doesn't swing both ways. They won't let it. There's this little thing called a monopoly on force that stands in the way. So this innocent young woman is slapped with a life-changing DUI and is forced to pay thousands of dollars to clear her name for something she didn't do just because a guy in a uniform believed, with no proof, that she was driving under the influence. I believe you're impaired. I can't prove it. There's no evidence, but I'm throwing you in a cage anyway. I'm gonna ruin your reputation anyway. I'm gonna make your life very difficult and very expensive anyway. This waitress spent the night in jail and had her alcohol service permit revoked because of the DUI arrest. After 4 months, prosecutors dropped all charges because her blood test came back negative. She spent months and thousands of dollars trying to prove her innocence. And how much do you want to bet that she didn't get a refund or compensation for all her troubles? The same thing happened to this college student just 2 weeks earlier.
When's the last time you smoked weed?
I don't smoke weed.
You don't smoke weed?
No, not at all.
Well, I believe you have, okay? I need to borrow your arm real quick, okay? I believe that's why you were failing to maintain your lane and driving halfway on the ramp when I was behind you.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, sir.
Give me just 1 second. Give me just 1 second.
You're arresting me.
That's correct.
Guys, this monopoly on force is disgusting. Like I said before, if in your innocence you fight back and resist this attempt to kidnap, things will not go well for you. Not even street gangs can pull off this kind of terrorism and intimidation. At least with regular street gangs, there's not this idea of a right to exercise authority over others, and there's not the public's belief that they have to obey them. With the uniformed street gangs like this one though, it's a different story. This girl was also arrested and had to go through the time, inconvenience, and expense of a half a year to clear her name.
I remember my lawyer trying to talk about a deal. I was like, what? I'm not taking a deal. I didn't do anything. I want like my life back. Can you reverse time?
The same thing happened to this Auburn student. 3 DUI arrests, 3 tox screens negative for marijuana, and 1 officer in question, Cobb County's T.T. Carroll. He's one of the highest rated and best trained officers on Cobb County's DUI task force. He's a state certified drug recognition expert. And keep in mind, this is just one small example of the liberty-grabbing actions that happen all the time. Apparently, according to this news article, any officer can make a DUI arrest on fewer observations than Officer Carroll attempted to display here. I'll leave a link to the full segment in the description, but the bottom line is that an officer's subjective analysis can land you in jail and literally ruin your life. That there are people who wield this kind of power is disturbing. Think about all the people who don't have the money to get a lawyer and defend themselves. Somehow, most of us are still under this spell that when a person with a costume and a badge walks up to our cars to question us and ask for our papers, that there's somehow something other than human. This is a regular human being who imagines that he has a higher claim over your life and property than you. He is not serving and protecting, he's harassing and collecting. And he believes this to such an extent that he feels it's perfectly within his right to restrain you, handcuff you, kidnap you, throw you into a cage, and make you appear before another costumed agent of the state. But rather than a badge and a gun, this other costumed agent dons a robe, a wooden gavel, and sits behind a scary wooden desk. From top to bottom, this is a money-generating machine that steals the individual liberties and money of one class of people and puts it into the pocket of another class so that they can write more laws and enslave you even more. The truly sobering thing about this kind of scenario is that you can't resist these guys to defend yourself or the people you love. Defending yourself from these people can literally lead to your death. And I'm talking about your death in broad daylight, on camera, and the uniformed perpetrators of the crime get off scot-free. If a mugger tried to kidnap you, you could fight him off and walk away. If you, an innocent person, hit a cop because of his immoral actions, the state will view such a legitimate defense as a criminal activity and they will hunt you down. They'll run your license plate, they'll find out who you are, they'll bring out the dogs, they'll dispatch the cruisers and helicopters, and they'll find you and cage you or kill you simply because you resisted their criminal actions. If you got something out of this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with everybody you know. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with others. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification button and you'll be alerted when I upload new videos. Today's featured shirts are Protecting and Serving the Crap Out of You, Taxation is Legalized Theft, and Critical Thinking in Progress. Please stand by. Your $5 off promo code is in a link in the description for you for every shirt in the store. And don't forget to leave your thoughts for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yesterday's trash queens saved the blessing.